Hi everyone, just out for a nice little ride. We're headed back toward the house now. It's about 59 degrees here on the 22nd of January, about 2:30 in the afternoon, and we decided we'd get out and ride. It's supposed to rain for the next couple of days up here, so I don't know how much more riding we'll be able to get in, but my wife wanted to go ride, so we thought we'd just go out and cruise around. And it's been fun. It's a little chillier than than I'd like it, but I really prefer it to be in the 60s at least. But it's okay. I don't have the right gloves on, but I'm used to cold hands anyway. But just wanted to touch base with everybody, tell you we're all still kicking and everybody's doing fine. My oldest granddaughter had a little bit of a calamity about a week ago. We were down in Atlanta and got a text message that she had fallen off of her horse, and they thought she'd broken her arm. And they took her to the emergency room, and they did an X-ray and looked, and yes, she had broken two bones in her arm, somewhat near the wrist. But all the pictures I keep seeing on Facebook that her mom posts and she posts, she's smiling. She's got a cast on her arm now, and it's bright green. I guess you get to pick the colors you want now, and I don't know if people still write on them or not. If you do, I'm going to see her here in a day or so, and when I do, I'll write on her cast if she'll let me. But if not, that's okay too. But stuff happens when you're a kid. I was lucky. I didn't break anything when I was a kid. I didn't break a bone until I was 28 years old, when I broke my collarbone racing motorcycles. But this is the first bone that she's broken, although she did have a horse step on her foot one time and really severely bruised the bones in her foot. But that didn't count. But as for me, I've had a million sprained ankles. Absolutely a million sprained ankles. Back when I was in junior high school, I was tall for my age, and didn't really have a lot of talent, but I had pretty good reflexes, and so I ended up on the junior high school basketball team, and really enjoyed it. Had a great time doing it. I was the second string center and second string everything else as well. I had to know all the positions because they had me. The only thing I wasn't really good at, I wasn't a good point guard. I really wasn't that good at ball handling with my left hand, which you have to be able to do if you're going to be a point guard. You got to be able to use both. And I'm right-handed. So, turning my ankle was a regular thing. And the way it would work was we had a guy that was our center that was about, 3 inches taller than me, outweighed me by at least 100 pounds. And in practice, it was my job to guard him. So, you got to scrimmage against your teammates, to practice. And what would happen was I would jump to try to block the ball or try to keep him from getting it, and would end up coming down on the top of his foot. And when I did, my foot would roll and my ankle would roll, and my ankle would touch the ground before my foot did. And yeah, it's pretty painful, but hey, it literally happened. I bet it happened dozens of times in the 3 years that I was in junior high school. And it got to be where the coach just knew it was going to happen, and I'd have to miss a game or two, of course, every time it happened. So as a precaution, we started taping up my ankles. Now, here's how they do that. They take this stuff, and it looks like a sort of a pale amber paint, and they spray it all halfway down your leg, all the way all over your foot, barefoot. And when that dries, it is just sticky as you know what. You could probably stick a baseball to your leg and it would stay there. That's how sticky this stuff was. And then they would wrap tape all around it. They would hold your foot in the position that they wanted it in, and they would do tape in such a way that it would hold your foot right in that position and wouldn't let it move from side to side. Now, the way they tape it, you still have some up and down, but you don't have any real side to side. So then that's what you want to protect it from. Well, I don't know if you guys have remember the last time you had a Band-Aid or some tape on your arm or your leg. But you know all those little hairs that grow out of your leg? Well, let me tell you, when you pull that tape off for the first time after they've done that, all those little hairs come out. Now I know why people scream about getting these waxes they get, and I just can't imagine where they get them, how they stand it. But I'm telling you, that'll make you go right through the roof. So as a precaution, I had to start shaving my legs. Now, did I mention I'm in junior high school and I'm a guy? Yeah, I used to get ribbed about it a lot. But you know, it was funny. By the time of my senior year, when we were all getting ready for games and for practices, there were about 7 or 8 of us there every day, or a half hour early, so the coach could tape us up. And every one of us were shaving our legs from our ankles up to just below the knee, because we just didn't want that pain again. But I thought you might enjoy that. I know you probably have similar experiences. But anyway, just out enjoying the ride. I hope you guys are getting a chance to do that. And I'll say goodbye, and everybody have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.